Hey guys, real quick before this video starts, I have to let you guys know that this video is brought to you by Pyre Gaming Supplements. Use code GOLDEN for 15% off all products through October. And without further ado, let's get into this video. See you guys there. Hey, what's going on everybody? It's me, Hex's Golden. So today we're going to be going over the Black Ops Cold War beta, my thoughts on it, and how I see Black Ops Cold War being perceived by the fan base based off of this beta. First off, let's lay out the main points for our video. We're going to be going over the map design, the game modes, mainly the unique ones, the player count in each mode, and the sound design, graphic design, and loadout creation. So with that being said, let's just jump right into the map design of our first map, Armada. Okay, Armada is a very interesting map. It has a lot of closed corridors, which can make the map feel small at times. However, the deck of the ship can be absolutely amazing. There's so many good sniping spots on it, and from when I played, I never found any camping spots really. Maybe one in the entire map. And this is the size of like a ground war map in MW, which is a very good thing because you never want to have a bunch of camping spots because that makes the map unfun. Because people can just hang out in one area and pick you off easily. And if there is a camping spot, you can easily get to it and expose the person there. It's not that hard comparatively. Compared to MW, which in my opinion had some of the worst map design, but overall was a fun game. There were a lot of issues with the map design, mainly the fact that they did not care about competitive players, where they don't want to just run around and then someone is always hiding in one corner, and then they can just switch corners constantly. And it's an easy camping spot, or it's an enclosed room, sometimes with one door, sometimes with two entrances, but it doesn't make the game fun. It takes away from the experience. I never experienced that in this game, except with one thing, and that is the vehicles. And that is a problem in every single map besides Cartel. Cartel was the only map that had no issues when it came to vehicles. But this one, and the snow map, Crossroads, those ones I had some issues with. So, Armada, first off. The jet skis, those are easy to take out. You just have to be either A, good with sniping, B, good with C4, or C, just have like good accuracy with a gun and a high damage gun. It's pretty easy to take those out. My issue is with the gunner boats. We're going to be talking about this map only for now. We'll get to Crossroads later. But the gunner boats in this map are so annoying. They're probably the worst add-on to this map. Like, without them, this map would be 10 times better. Because not only are the gunner boats just overpowered because you basically can't destroy them unless you get into the water with them and try blowing them up with C4 or flank the driver of it. If you can do that, fine. You got the guy. Congrats. 90% of the time, they'll shoot you before you get there. And then 10% of the time, because you're in water, your C4 won't hit. It'll just fall into the water where it's pointless. So you even try detonating it. So that's my number one issue with this map. I love the ziplining. I love how massive the map can be and how enclosed it can be. There's areas for all types of players. There's areas for shotgun players, mainly the closed up areas. There's areas for snipers, which I normally main on this map, as you can see by the footage. Which is just very, very enjoyable on this map. Sniping is just fun. There's not like a difficulty in it. Well, there is a normal difficulty, but it's not like there's nowhere for you to get snipes off. Every single deck of the ship has a massive open area for snipers to just shoot at each other, which makes it great. And then there's good areas for AR people. Not enclosed areas, which is for shotguns, but not absolutely massive, which is for snipers. Mainly the middle parts of the ship. Whether it's control point C on some parts. Or, I can't think of what it's called. The catwalk or whatever. Those are very, very good spots for AR users. This map had everything, which some maps did lack. And we'll get to those later. Second off, one of my favorite things about this. It allows you to swim such long distances. And, I don't know. Personally, that was my number one thing that I actually enjoyed about Black Ops 3. I know that's an old Black Ops, but BO4 sucked. There was nothing good about that game. So we're going to Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3, I personally did not like at all. Besides that, you could just swim in the water on water maps. Except this one takes it a mile further. Instead of just being able to swim, yeah, look at me, I'm such a, just normal. You can go under ships, you can, plant C4s, you can do a bunch of things. You can go super deep. It's just a very interesting concept. I wish more maps had. I'm not sure if more maps after the beta will have it, or if it's just going to be Armada. But I really hope that more maps than Armada have it. Second off, actually third, I did notice some glitches, mainly with the zip lines. We passed it a second ago. It gave me the option of zipline. I hit the button and my guy clipped in, and then he just fell off the thing. I didn't hit a button. He just dropped, which isn't that annoying, but it can be bothersome when you're trying to flank a guy and you have to get there at that time specifically, and then it just drops you off, and that takes up like 10-15 more seconds to get back on that ship. That's when it becomes annoying. Overall, that wasn't necessarily a massive issue. Again, my biggest issue comes down to the vehicles on this map. The vehicles are a nightmare. Honestly. The gunner boat, it's armored, so you can't shoot the driver easily. And those things go nearly as fast as a jet ski. Not as fast, but nearly as fast. And what they make up for speed, they have in armor. And the gun is an absolute laser. And you'll be seeing that later. But it's literally just on point. You can't miss with it. I have a higher chance of missing with a sniper when it's on a dude's head than they do, just blasting in a general direction. It's so dumb. And it does get very annoying very fast. The amount of times I wanted to quit the match because people were using the chopper gunner, not the chopper gunner, the armored boat with the gun, that sucked. And honestly, other than that, there's not a lot of complaints over here for me. It was just a really fun map. It's probably my favorite map of all the, can't think of it, ground war like maps, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. I can't remember the name of the mode, that's why. But honestly, very fun map. A lot of good sniping positions. I kept on getting destroyed. So for the time being, I think we're just gonna let this footage roll for a little bit, and then once the footage ends, we'll get right into the next one. I'll also occasionally pop in to point out some faults that I forgot to bring up right here. But yeah, it's a very interesting thing. Actually, I did forget something. And in this mode, it's a 12v12. I wish it could have gone to 20v20. Not ground war mounts, which I think is a 30v30. But more than this, because sometimes this map feels too small, and sometimes this map feels too big. That's just the thing that happens with big maps. So what they should do in order to make it never feel too big is just add more, a higher player count, I guess. Not player count, maximum player count, I guess is what I mean. So make it like a 20v20 or even like an 18v18. That would be a lot of fun. That would be very enjoyable. And then, honestly, no other complaints about it. Very enjoyable map. It was just very fun. 12v12 goes for all the 3 maps that are going to be shown here. Then we'll hop in a VIP escort much later. But we'll break down each map, Cartel, Crossroads, and then we'll be going the VIP modes. I don't know, there wasn't many additions in the beta, but yeah, we'll get there in a second. Right back, guys.
Spy planes detected. AO. Taking C. Taking E. Spy plane mission timeline 53 minutes. E locked down. We lost A. Mission timeline expired. Securing Charlie. Losing B. Hostile artillery targets inactive. C is locked down. Artillery inbound. Taking A. Enemy has Bravo. Hostile spy plane established overhead. We lost Charlie. Securing Bravo. Losing Echo. Securing Alpha. Taking
Proximity mine.
Bravo secure. Enemy has Echo. Hostile spy plane established overhead. A secure. Losing Bravo. Charlie locked down. Losing A. We lost Bravo. Enemy RCXT detected. Taking Bravo.
Fragmentation.
Enemy took Alpha. Taking Alpha. Losing C. Bravo locked down. We lost Charlie. Hostile artillery targeting active. Taking C. Net call, incoming artillery. Enemy spy plane inbound. Securing Charlie. Alpha lockdown. Enemy spy plane inbound. Losing Bravo. Securing Echo. C locked down. We're pulling ahead. Покажите им класс. Multiple enemy spy plane contact. Enemy RCXT detected. Losing Alpha. Echo locked down. Taking D. Losing Bravo. Artillery targeting detected. Losing C.
And now we're on to Cartel. Honestly, this is a very okay map. It's not a great map by any stretch of the word. It's not built for 12v12s. It's very much so built for 6v6s. However, 12v12s do still work on this map. I forgot to mention something just a second ago, which was the score streaks slash kill streaks. I don't necessarily like how they were pulled off in this game. I know this doesn't have anything to do with Cartel, but this is just a little personal thing. I thought that the score streaks, I like that there's a cooldown on them, but I thought that what they should have done is, if you die, you lose that score streak, not the score streak, but you lose the score and then you have to get back up in order to get to that score streak, instead of you keep it, but like the score need is like 3 times more or whatever, like way higher than it would be in any other scenario. I wish they just had it like most other CODs, but honestly, not necessarily the biggest issue. It just was a little annoying. Second off, well, first off, now for the map. The map's pretty big and pretty open. There are some annoying spots, mainly in the bushes, but it's nothing that you can't handle, because if you're hiding in the bushes, your name normally pops up half the time, or the enemy's name normally pops up. So it's not a major issue. It can just be annoying when you're not looking, and then someone snipes you from there, or shotgun, or hits you with the shotgun. That's when it becomes annoying. Second off, the sniper post towards mid-map. I've never used it. In this clip, there were only 2 people that used it, and one of them was just, I want to say, using a shotgun or an AR at the entrance of it, and then the other guy was using his sniper but wasn't actually hitting any shots. It's much more of a place where you would want to plant your sentry gun and leave that to get kills in mid and not camp. That is a very bad camping spot. I personally don't like camping spots, but I feel like there should be that one, because it's an easy spot to take out. Just plant up a C4, throw a Simtex. I think Simtexes are in. Yeah, Simtexes are in. God, throw up a Simtex. Or just, honestly, it's very easy to rush. Hit them with the stun, rush up, and hit them with the shotgun. Very basic, not really all that difficult, and yeah. Overall, solid map, solid map. The hangar, I wish I had more stuff weirdly in it. Like, I wish there was a plane that, like, you could get on top of the wings. I get it, that's not really that much of a need. It's just kind of a cool thing. It would have been a nice little design because it's a hangar. The hangar has a plane outside of it, which is pretty cool. But I kind of just wish that they had the hangar with a plane in it. That would be a little bit cooler, in my opinion. I don't know. That's just a personal map design thing. But yeah, there's like no camping spots on this map besides in the houses. The houses can be annoying, but there's a back entrance, a side entrance, and then normally 1 to 2 window entrances into each house. So it's pretty easy to flank the person, or if you send in like 4 people, you are practically guaranteed to kill those guys who are camping. But overall, not a lot of camping spots, and I'm happy with that. I don't like camping spots in a COD map. I've said this for the Armada. If there's a camping spot, like multiple, it becomes very annoying, and that was my #1 issue with MW. I had one issue with this map, one major issue, and it technically is a part of the vehicle issue, but not necessarily. The clip just passed. I had tried to shotgun someone when they were on the motorbike. The shell didn't even say it released. Actually, it did. It said that I hit the bike, even though it was point blank at the person. And it said that I hit the bike. I don't know. That's just annoying. It felt like it should have been a shot. It was more of a blank, which was very, very just annoying. It pissed me off because I was like, okay, that should have been a kill. I shouldn't have died there, or at least they shouldn't have got the elimination without me killing them too. But they did, which really sucked. Honestly. Let's go to the graphics on this map, because I forgot to say this on the Armada map. The Armada map has beautiful graphics. Absolutely incredible, like, genuinely it gives you a nice little atmosphere of kind of like not necessarily an abandoned deal, just an old timey Cold War era, which is good, obviously, because that's what they're going for. This map, it gets the jungle right. It just gets a lot of things right. I don't know. I'm not necessarily an expert when it comes to that, but I did like all the side details that they added, even if you can't access them. Like the point outside of the hangar, which is getting fired up. That was pretty cool. Overall, the greenery on the map, like all the colors blend very well together. You can tell that some things are overgrown. That's been there for a while at least, not necessarily a very long time, but there's like some moss growing on it, on the buildings. You can tell that nature's starting to take over. It's very cool. And honestly, the map design as a whole is good. Probably my second favorite map out of all three that were here. So it's about mid-tier map for me. Granted, I've only been able to play 3 because only 3 are released on the beta, which can be annoying, but it's fine. Pretty soon we'll be getting to what's it called? The Crossroads map, which also is a pretty good map. But there are a lot of glaring issues with it that need to be addressed. So I'm very excited to talk about that map because I have some problems with it. It's a very fun map, but very boring at times and very annoying most of the time. So we'll get into that very soon, but let me just end off. This map is very close to a perfect map, Cartel. Like, they have the vehicles right, which both Armada and Crossroads do not have right. Like, they had balance. The map overall is just a normal 3 point map where there's 3 choke points basically. You can go through the middle, the left, or the right, and that's pretty much it. There's not really an in-between. That's fine. I like that map design. That's older COD map design, and that is fine with me. And all the just surroundings, very good. They give you a lot of cover to work with, and overall, yeah, very fun map. On to Crossroads very soon. Hope you guys just enjoy this gameplay while we wait.
From that. Haul your asses back home, CIA.
Okay, so we are on to the next map, guys. So, let's start this off with Crossroads. By far my least favorite map. The layout of it is alright. The vehicles in it suck. Snowmobile, very, very alright. It's like the jet ski on Armada. It's an alright vehicle, not necessarily an issue. My problem comes with the tanks. The tanks are just not impossible to stop, but they are very tough. They're easier than the gunner boat, which is nice. And here's why I think they're easier than the gunner boat. Tanks, they can't move fast. The gunner boat can't. The gunner boat can move just fully around all obstacles, basically, because there's so many holes in those ships, like through the middle. You can just go through, and there's so many sides. The tank, not as free moving. They have to wait for that cannon to turn around, but it still sucks. Because I was playing earlier, well, technically later in this clip, and
Assault.
that tank shot barely near me. Like, probably, I'm gonna make a guess, he was way right of me, and he got me, and needless to say, I wanted to quit right there, but you can't hear my audio, my voice, you can hear the game, so that's fun. It was just very, very annoying. The amount of times I wanted to quit on this map specifically. I didn't want to quit any other map besides this one, like, as much, because this map was almost impossible. I couldn't get anywhere near the tanks. I couldn't get anywhere near the objective. Granted, that's because my team did not know how to play the objective, which is just a common issue in COD. 90% of the time, unless you're playing VIP Escort, which we'll get to after this map, and after the class creation. After that, we'll get the VIP Escort. In VIP Escort, people know how to go after the objective. In this mode, not necessarily. Most people don't, especially on Crossroads. The amount of times I just saw people just running around the map just trying to get kills. Me and like 2 other people were the only ones that I kept on going after objectives. And I'm a sniper. I should not be the main guy going after objectives. That's when that becomes an issue. And it got very annoying very fast. Because both the map layout, in my opinion, was just horrible. They could have done a lot more with it than what they did, and that sucked. And genuinely probably my least favorite map in this entire beta. And it all comes down to this map has way too many camping spots. That's why this is my least favorite map. Everything blends in with the snow, almost. And then there's so many windows that are narrow. There's so many MG areas where they're just mounted machine guns already there, in the bunkers mainly. Apparently machine guns are just lasers, because you can't get out of their line of sight, and they always hit you, it seems like. It's the same issue with the gunner boat, and I hate it every single time. This map just sucked all around. If I was a Treyarch, I would take this map out, rework it a little bit, put it in to the game like a month later after its full release. So it was good. Because the way they released it, either A, there were way too many open areas where you could get sniped, or B, there were way too many camping areas. Yes, in a lot of ways I was camping. I was behind trees. It was very annoying probably to the other team too. And I'll be honest, it sucked. Because it was boring. Because it would just become, who can find a better spot that is harder to find faster. That's kind of what this mode came down to, and if you rushed, you would get blown up by a tank, just like you saw. Which got very annoying, especially when some of the wild cards don't let you like blow up the C4, because that's why I use. You have to throw the C4 like twice, at least. I haven't set up a control, so maybe it's different. But I know that
Enemy RCXD.
it took me a while there, guys, to get that C4 blown up, because I had to normally throw 2 because there wasn't a button to explode 1, which got very annoying very fast, and that genuinely pissed me off and ruined my game experience for that one map, because you need C4s in a lot of ways to take out
Off our zone.
tanks, and that can be very annoying. Another thing is I don't know if I've touched on this. I might have slightly. I think I did when it came to Cartel, but the score streaks. I said that I didn't like how they were laid out, like in the way. I like the score streaks themselves. I'm happy they brought back the RCXD. I'm happy they have the attack alley. A lot of the things that they have are very basic. They're very standard. Nothing really stands out. The napalm bomb is kind of the only one that I can think of that stands out a lot. But even that's not like that crazy. But overall, it was pretty cool to see. And genuinely a very, very, very enjoyable experience all around. But the camping spots ruined this map massively. Like, it wasn't even funny. If those didn't exist, this might actually have been my favorite map. Probably not. Probably would have been my second favorite map. And then even if it wasn't that, it would have been better than it is now. So, honestly, I'm very, very annoyed with how the map turned out, because it could have been so much better. That was the tank shot that I was talking about. He shot himself and didn't do any damage to himself, but destroyed me. That was annoying. But honestly, overall, I can't get mad about it. It wasn't a fun map. It wasn't horrible. There were a lot of camping spots. Those were by far the worst parts of this map.
Hostile forces occupied.
And I really hope they fix that, or at least rework it in a way to where more weapons are better to take out tanks and easy to take out camping spots. Because, oh my god, even RPGs didn't work all that well when it came to that. So, it got very annoying, very fast. We're going to be touching on class creation right now. Actually, not right now. Very soon, though. Because you guys just gotta watch some gameplay real quick, because I recorded way too much for my video. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. We will be right back.
Multiple enemy fighters in contact.
RCXD available.
Secured. We're building our momentum. Don't let them regroup. Drive through to the next zone. Enemy forces are trying to recapture their zone. Enemy spy plane inbound. Counter spy plane established above. Drive the enemy from the zone, then claim it. They're off mission. They've taken back their zone. Recapture our zone. We can't let them push us back. We're taking back what's ours. C-trap, napalm strike inbound.
Spy plane standing by.
Spy plane established above. Hostile spy plane established overhead. Don't let the enemy regain their ground. Requesting spy plane on grid. We're building your momentum. They recaptured their zone. Get your heads back in the game. Hostile spy plane established overhead. We have to take that zone back. Push the enemy off our zone. Enemy spy plane inbound.
C4 Prime.
Hostile sentry target. Our momentum's building. Take it to them. Get them. Capturing our zone.
Spy plane above my location.
Commencing surveillance operation. Spy plane flight time 50% on 9 mark. Mark.
Neutralize sentry turret.
Artillery standing by.
Mission timeline expired. Spy plane.
Good hit, good hit.
Enemy RCXD detected. Multiple RCXDs in your AO.
Stunned.
Our zone's lost. Do whatever it takes to regain it. Hostile attack helicopter inbound. Objective zone marked. You know what to do.
C4 charge on.
Operations are underway. Stay alert.
Enemy
Hostile
attack
spy
chopper.
plane established overhead. Hostile artillery targeting active. Net call. Incoming artillery.
Enemy helicopter destroyed.
The final zone is at risk. Regroup and defend it.
Stunned.
Multiple enemy spy plane contacts. Multiple hostile spy planes detected. established overhead. Enemy counter spy plane inbound. Multiple hostile spy planes detected. Hostile RCXT in your AO. Multiple hostile spy planes detected. All units, head to exfil. You're not to be taken alive.
Where?
Okay, so our next thing that we're going to touch on very quick is the class creation. So I gotta go through this quickly. It's very easy. It's very much so like the MW one. It's just lines that say, hey, this is what it goes up. It gives you an example. Is this plus 100% or plus 70? And it shows you the cons and the pros. Overall, very good. And yeah, on the VIP Cartel. Alright, so now we're on to VIP Escort on Cartel. Okay, so we only did about 2 matches of VIP Escort. I didn't care to show off every map. But overall, the VIP Escort was a fun mode. It made you think critically, kind of. And here's why. So one team has a VIP that they have to escort to an extraction point. The other team is trying to take out that team or just kill the VIP, whichever one they do first. And they're trying to prevent the VIP from getting to the extraction point and getting taken out. So what they need to do is cooperate with each other, all move on the point, or split up in 2 groups normally and try splitting points. So it's also, I forgot to mention this, it's a 6v6 mode. So normally what my team would do would go, if we're on defense, we would go 3 on one side, 3 on to B, 3 to A. That's what we would normally do. And overall, that was a very good strategy when it came to winning, because 90% of the time, the team would only come with like 4 guys because they wanted to scout out the other area. And if the other group was the ones receiving it, they could take them out, or we would see that they died, and we would just rush over and be set. And it's a very good strategy to win. And yeah, Cartel, it's an alright map for it. It's not the best, it's not the worst. There's actually a lot more good things about VIP Escort on Cartel than there was about the Ground War style mode on it. Overall, very fun. Not amazing, like not incredible, but definitely was enjoyable. VIP Escort could be boring, but could be very, very enjoyable. And yeah, you'll be seeing more of that next clip. This one wasn't super long, it was only about a 3-minute clip, that's why. So it was a very fun mode, very fun map and mode. But I wish they did a little bit more with it sometimes. But overall, very enjoyable. Very cool concept, makes you think about your team strategy. And here's my favorite part of this. Your team actually, if you're the VIP or if you are on the attackers, your team actually goes to the objective. They focus on the objective of getting the VIP to the point. Not, I'm just going to be going for kills. They actually care about the objective, which is amazing. Not many modes get that anymore. Like, not even Search and Destroy. So, that makes me happy. Yeah. On to VIP Moscow very soon. Enjoy this, like, last round of gameplay.
Exfil underway. Stay alert.
Okay, now for the last thing. VIP Escort, Moscow. Overall, it was an alright map for VIP Escort. It wasn't as good as Cartel, in my opinion. Cartel was actually a much better map when it came to it. Don't get me wrong, like Moscow, very interesting map for it. But I almost felt too open at times, and then too closed, where there were some choke points, where if you got caught there, you were screwed. But let's go into my favorite parts of not only the mode, but the map. First off, let's break down the map. Where the points are located is very, very smart. One is in, like, kind of the middle street on the right side of the map, and one is kind of more towards the middle left, in a way. I don't know how to describe it, but it's more towards that side. So, even though it's a three-way map, it makes it feel much more of a two-way map, which granted, yeah, it is meant to be that type of mode. But normally, like on Cartel, you would see people go down the middle and then split down into other paths. On this one, it's normally, we'll just go down one or the other side, and then we're fine. And that works most of the time. Unless you go towards, normally, I would say, B is a death trap sometimes. Because there's windows all around it, and there's a massive open street to the right of it. So people can just come in. I got sniped on that street while I was trying to get the VIP there. And also our VIP just sucked this round. But we got better over time, which was good. I don't remember if we won this match, but it was a very interesting mode for sure, and I had a lot of fun with it. The map, it's alright. It wasn't amazing. Could have been better for this mode, but I get it. They wouldn't make just one map for each mode, or like fully optimized maps for one mode. That's what I meant, because that would just take up a lot of time. But overall, it was a solid map, honestly. But my team was just dumb sometimes, dude. And that actually just was the annoying part. Like, I don't even think that was the game itself. I think it was just that my team was dumb half the time. But, yeah, overall, it was pretty fun. The map, again, could have been a little bit better. Not much better. For what it is, it's a lot of fun. It's a very fast-paced mode, which I actually love. I love those fast-paced modes because you can get a lot of them done, and they're easy levels normally. If you do good, if you do bad, they're not. But it's a very fun mode, very fast-paced, on a very close quarters map. And yeah, not always close quarters, but you know what I'm saying. And it was a very fun time. And yeah. Okay, so what are my final thoughts on this beta? I thought that was very good. Overall, it was very enjoyable. They introduced some new concepts, mainly the VIP Escort. That was a lot of fun. Their twist on Ground War was also a lot of fun. That was probably the most fun I've had in a long time playing. So yeah, I don't know. It was a very enjoyable experience overall. I definitely would recommend you guys to try it out when the open beta releases. And yeah, hopefully you guys did. Actually, hold on. Video's not over yet. I almost forgot something. Treyarch, if there's one thing you need to fix, it's the vehicles. Please. That's all I ask. But yeah, other than that, the game is amazing. I pre-ordered it already. That's how I am playing it early. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, genuinely had a blast. I wish I was able to record this with some friends, but they weren't online today for a little while, so that kind of sucked. But oh well. All I know is this was a great time, and hopefully you guys did enjoy. And like always, if you guys did, smash that like button and consider subscribing for more content. And hit the notification bell so you're notified of when I upload. Follow me on my Twitch, twitch.tv/GSXGolden, because I haven't been able to change it yet. But yeah, so links will be down there. Also, use code GOLDEN for 15% off through the month of October on all Pyre products. And if you guys are able to get your hands on a product, mainly, what's it called? Lethal Lemonade because my friends haven't been able to. Let me know how that one is. I love the Fanatic Fruit Punch flavor personally. I've drinking that one on stream before. You guys have probably seen it. You guys watch my streams. It's a very good flavor. I would highly suggest it. But yeah, other than that, hopefully you guys enjoy. See you guys later, and peace out, everybody. Bye. Also, enjoy the gameplay. See you guys later. Peace out, everybody.
Don't get cocky. We need to repeat that performance. Switching sides. Eliminate the VIP before they reach the exfil chopper.
Stun set. Throw a grenade.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
Clean shot.
VIP attempting exfil from Alpha.
Yes.
Take him out. VIP is down. Repeat, VIP is down. On the books.
Almost had
Objectives
it,
have
bro.
been met.
Almost had it. Gotta be kidding me.
Good job, CIA. Keep that up and we get to go home. Switching sides. Escort the VIP to the exfil chopper.
Throw a frag. Inbound stun.
VIP is taking fire. Keep the package safe. VIP under fire. Repeat, VIP under fire. VIP is down. That's a hard fail. That was too fucking close. Switching sides.